Alright guys, today we have a 2005 Honda Accord. This is V6. It's a Accord 4-door, and this car has a hard power steering. Alright, so when you're turning, the steering is really hard. Photo open, here it is, 3.0 VTEC. This is a V6, and the problem here is, I want to show you guys, is this a power steering pump right here. Right, so this is what I'm going to be replacing, the power steering pump right there. Right guys, and this is not a hard job. What you need to do is suck out the fluid from this reservoir. You got 2 bolts over here. You can put this to the side, and then you have number 12 down here, and then you probably have one more 12 all the way down there, which is not so easy to reach but not so difficult either. And then you have a belt tensioner with the number 14 right down there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna push that tensioner, remove the belt, and just leave the belt out here. We're not gonna remove the belt so we don't have to route it, like go crazy with it. We are gonna have to route it little, but there it is guys. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And the reason why I'm changing the power steering pump is, I know it's hard to tell which component is bad on a power steering. It could be a bad pump, it could be a bad rack and pinion. All right, and but here's the reason why I'm changing this. All right, so if you have a problem with the power steering and the steering is hard and it doesn't want to turn, and it does turn as the car moves, it's easy, but if it doesn't move, it's not so easy. So guys, here it is. I want you to pay attention to the RPM needle. Right, so this car has, most of the car have a power steering pressure switch, which means every time you're trying to turn, the pump engages, not engages, I mean like there's a load now, and the pump pushes so much fluid, and there's a load on the engine which causes a power steering pump builds pressure, and then there's a load on the engine, and that pressure switch, what it does is it detects that load and it makes the RPM go a little high. And usually you can see, if you have another car, try it, start the car up and try doing that. All right, you will hear and you will see the needle, the RPM needle, move up and down. All right, but in this case it does not move up and down, so it's a clear indication that the pump is bad. All right, so this needle, the power steering pump needle, is supposed to move. All right, see what I'm doing there? There is a little bit of power steering here, but the needle is not moving at all. Right, it's just stuck at one position right there. Right, it's supposed to go up, all right, as the pressure builds up. So that, I believe that pump is not building a pressure, so I am gonna change that power steering pump no matter what. I don't care what the customer says. You know, you always got to throw something at the car, but you got to have a very well-educated guess. Doesn't have to be a guess, it could be a confirmed, you know, component. All right, at this point I do believe this is a confirmed component, but I don't want to be like one of those mechanics. Okay, you need everything, you even need the fuse for a radio just because your power steering pump is bad. All right, and all right guys, so I'm gonna wait for the pump, and then we'll work together and we'll remove this whole thing and we'll fix this car up, and then we'll come back and see what the needle does. All right, at this point that needle doesn't do much, it barely moves. All right guys, so let me get to it, let me get my tools, and we're gonna get this thing going pretty soon. As to begin with, I'm right here by the reservoir. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna suck out all the fluid from this. The reason why I'm sucking this is because I might make a big mess here, and plus I'm gonna give the pump a fresh fluid. There I have it guys, it's empty, and now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go get a couple of tools and we're gonna remove some of this stuff. All right guys, right down here we have number 14, and I went and got me at this Snap-on dry belt tensioner tool. So this is number 14 here. If you don't have this type of tool, you could use number 14 wrench on a wrench. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen the tension of this belt, and we're gonna remove the belt. All right, I'm gonna remove it right off the wall, power steering pump. All right, guys. There you go. All right, guys, I have the belt off. If you have Acura MDX, similar procedure. If you have a Honda Accord 2003 to 2007, it's the same procedure. Even the other ones, it might be a different setup. But guys, here it is. I have my belt off. I'm gonna try not to disturb the routing of the belt, and I'm gonna try to get this belt out of there somehow, some way. Right by the mount, you should be able to slide it out. You gotta just twist the belt a little bit and it should come right out, right? And once you have it out, you could zip tie it to this end or just stick it to something. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just stick it right by this radiator on this end. You might not be able to see this, but I'm just sticking the belt, all right? Let me show you what I did. All I did was stick the belt right there in the corner, and it's routed perfectly everywhere. All right, guys? All right, guys, at this point, we need to remove the two number 10 bolts right here. There's gonna be fluid down there, so make sure you have a little rag handy. We're not gonna take this off yet because the bolt is all the way in the bottom. And then we'll remove the number 12 here and number 12 there, all right, guys? So you need a number 10, just like this. And these bolts should be fairly easy for you to remove. And make sure you don't lose these bolts, all right, guys? Because if you do lose them, you can put something else on it, but it has to be the same length because this goes pretty deep. All right, guys, there it is, number 10, and then we have number 10 over here. All right, guys, now we're gonna, let me move my tools out here because they're heating up from the heat of the engine. Get your rag, keep it right here, right next to it, and you're gonna wiggle this off, all right? There you go. You see how the fluid shot out? That's normal. All right, guys, what you can do is you can let this thing sit there, no problem. All right, guys, let me go get more tools, and we're gonna remove the number 12s, and once we have the pump lifted, we'll remove the number 10 bolt that's connected to this the pipe down here. All right, guys, and also want to show you guys there's a seal here, O-ring right there. It's gonna come with the new pump, so make sure you do replace that. All right, guys, so give me a moment, let me get more tools. All right, guys, I got my number 12 right here. So I'm using this long, this is about like over a foot long ratchet with a mid-size number 12. This is a 1/4 inch dry ratchet. So I'm gonna grab that 12. Always, guys, take out the bolt that's hard to get to. So this one is easy. All I did was break the bolt loose. I'm not removing it. Right down there, I'm sure you can find it. There's a number 12. You go under this power steering pipe with your ratchet, and that bolt should be loose. Like I said, take off the hard one first, not the easy one, because this is gonna hold it for me in place. If I take this off, once that bolt is loose, this is gonna drop, and the weight of the pump is gonna be on that hard bolt, and it's gonna give me difficulty. All right, so guys, this bolt is nice and smooth. It's a little hot, so be careful. Make sure you let the engine cool down. All right, guys, so here it comes. Number 12 bolt. Keep it safe, keep it separate than the other bolt. It might be different size. All right, we're going along as we do this. I could be wrong, but if you're doing the first time, you see how that pump dropped already? The weight would have been on that bolt. All right, guys, but now this is very easy for me to do, you know. Even doing this last, I should be able to just gently take it out, right? This pulley is not going to come with the new pump, so we do need to remove this pulley. and install it on the new pump. There's a second bolt, guys, so they're the same size. You can mix them up, right? So I don't know which one's which. Just wanted to let you know, just make sure you do keep it together, just in case. Right now, guys, right back here, there's a number 10 on this, all right? So what I'll do is I'll take my number 10 socket. I'll try to take that off, but I might not be able to because it's gonna, all right, there you go, it came out. There's gonna be more fluid in this thing. That's okay. If it drips a little bit, no problem. All right, guys. So this bolt is different than all the bolts we took off so far, so keep this one separate. Again, guys, get a rag. So this one is pretty dry over here. This the high pressure line. So what I'll do is I'll use my rag and I'll keep it down here. And there it goes. The pump is out, guys. And there's an O-ring in here, all right? So make sure we do put an O-ring in there, all right, guys? So I wanna let this pump sit till I get a new pump. All right, guys. While you're in here, just inspect anything. Like I found this little fella right here. Maybe there was a squirrel, a raccoon, or a rat down here, right? So let's wait for the new pump. Guys, I'm waiting for my new pump, but meanwhile, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to take this bolt off. This bolt is not gonna be so easy for you to take off, but if you have power tools, you should be easily able to take this off, right? The new pump is not gonna come with a pulley, and this thing is hot. So we're gonna reuse this bolt, and this pulley should easily, fairly come off this pump, right? Let me tap it with something, it should come right off. Don't hammer the crap out of this, guys, but the pulley should come out, right? Easily. There you go, guys. Make sure you install it. Don't put it this way, all right? So just make sure you know this flat surface is facing outwards and this is inward, all right? And it has teeth on it. Make sure you line the teeth, all right? So let's wait for it, guys, and we'll continue in a little bit. All right, guys, I got my power steering pump, and this is made by Cardone, and there's a part number there if you need to know. This is brand new. This is like $160. I usually try not to put a rebuilt one in there because rebuilt is always a problem, all right? So this is brand spanking new. Let's rip this bag off. Alright, guys, so it comes with a new little neck right here. Got the seal probably installed in there. Alright, and I'm gonna leave this on for now. I'll remove it when it's time to install the pump onto the line on there. Alright, guys, so let's get this. Remember, get this side in. Not if I put it that way, I'll probably be doing it wrong. Alright, guys, so it goes right in, guys, and put the nut on. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna tighten this softly with my impact gun. Then I'm gonna take this over to the bench. I'm gonna tighten the bolt according to the spec. All right, guys, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna torque this. All right, so give me a few moments. So I'm back, and I got this pump torqued. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this over to the car, and we're gonna install this into the car. And let me take my camera and put it up there. All right, guys, This is right here is where the pump is gonna go. Oh my god, I made a mistake there. Fluid is coming out of this thing. Forgot about this. It's all right. Let me wipe this down a little bit. All right, guys, you just don't want to get the fluid onto the belt, and plus we're gonna take this neck off anyway. All right, so I'll put that to the side there. What I'll do is I'll bring my pump over. Remember, guys, we took off the hard bolt first. Now we're gonna put it on the easy bolt first, because the easy bolt is gonna hold it for us. All right, so I'll take my easy bolt. I'll put that in first. All right. Alright guys, there's my easy bolt. Now this is gonna try to keep it aligned for me while I get the hard bolt down there. This pump is only like a 40-minute job, alright? From beginning to end. There guys, I have both of my bolts in there. You could torque these. Alright guys, or just tighten it enough. If you're a mechanic, you should have that feel how much to tighten. So what I'll do is I'll tighten this, and I'll double check later on with my torque wrench, and I'll tighten the one in the bottom, guys. Alright guys, there I have the pump in the spot, and everything is nice and tight, guys. Alright, I'm gonna dig back into this box here. I should have an O-ring in there. There's two of them in there. One is already installed, so I'm not gonna bother with that one. But this second one, I am gonna install the O-ring right here, and I'm gonna go get a pick. The O-ring goes onto this line right here. And let me go get a pick, and I'll open that up and we'll do it together. All right guys, let's open this package up first. These two O-ring is one for the suction line and one for the high pressure line, and the high pressure line is already installed, the leather fitting right here, so we're not bothering with that. So what I'll do is I'm gonna be taking off this O-ring right here. Alright guys, there's an O-ring which looks not so bad, and I'll take my new O-ring. All you need to do is slip this on. Alright, don't stretch it, put a little bit of lube on it if you need to. Alright, I'll take some lube from in here, put some lube on it. Alright guys, so this is ready, guys. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna pop this open. We're gonna take this line, alright guys, it should snug right in by itself. Alright, don't let the bolts do the job for you. Alright, you're gonna take your two number 10s, catch the threads before you tighten anything. Tighten the bolts, guys. Don't go crazy with it and don't break anything. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go get a plier for here. I'm gonna remove this clamp, and we're gonna swap this on. Alright, so let me go get my clamp. Clamp I meant was a needle nose to remove the clamps. Alright, and you should be able to take this off. Alright guys, nice and easy. Put this to the side, put that on. Alright guys, before this, let me go back a little bit. Alright, It's gonna be very easy for me to put the belt on because I need to swivel the tool from this angle to that angle, guys. So what I'm gonna do here is, my belt is nice and smooth everywhere. So what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna take my belt, slip it on. You could use another pulley, guys, if you like. Don't have to be right on the power steering pump itself. You could use a different pulley to install the belt on. For me, I think this is easy, all right? The power steering pump is pretty easy. All right, I got the belt in there. So what I need to do next is, I'm gonna grab my tool and I'm gonna yank the tool. And I should be able to put this belt on fairly and easily. All right, guys, and make sure you check your belt everywhere. All right, make sure you don't, like, it's came off the alternator here. Just take a look down there. All right, it should be good on the AC compressor, crank pulley, the idler pulley, the tensioner pulley, and the power steering pump, of course. All right, guys, that's it, guys. We're done. I got this in, put the clamp on, bam bam, it's done. All right, and what we could do with this is, we could put this back on the old pump. All right, guys, make sure you wipe off all the excessive fluid. Next step is, guys, we're gonna be putting the power steering fluid in this, but make sure you do use something that's made for Hondas and Acura, such as this. This is made by Bacardi. Right? This, the part number here is 2520020. Right, so we'll pour this into the reservoir. This takes a special fluid, all right, guys. You don't want to put the regular fluid, that will damage the system. So fill this up to the top. It's gonna suck the fluid in there anyway, all right, guys. And if you spill some, make sure you grab it with your rag. All right, guys, that's it, and we're done. Thank you, and subscribe, please. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm gonna test this, and hopefully I have a good result. All right, thank you, subscribe, and bye bye.